What's going on? Welcome to the Block Party Podcast. I am your host, Kyle Blockbuster, and I thank you for viewing. Today is Memorial Day, and to get things started off right on Memorial Day, I have two Army veterans in front of me today. I wanted to talk to them because they have more experience on if we were to go to war, what would need to happen. And I wanted to talk to these guys because it is a perfect day for us to talk about the sacrifices that people have made in this country, and it's also a great day to talk to my two best buddies. So before we really get into the corruption of this country and all that other BS, let's get into who we're talking to. I'm going to start to my left, go to my right. To my left, I have my friend Blake Benoit. He will give a introduction of who he is and what he does in a little minute. And to my right, I have my friend Kristopher Bergeron. Chris was actually on the first
official episode.
The first unofficial official episode. Basically, we at first recorded that episode, and I went to go through the editing process, and I had too many technical difficulties. So now Chris is here for his redemption. And talk to me, guys. So
I'm back.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Dude, I feel amazing.
Good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Not
for real.
Not a problem, man. I'm glad that y'all showed up. So before we start getting all individualistic and talking about who y'all are and what y'all do in y'all's personal lives, so tell me about, let's start with y'all's service. So how long did y'all serve each?
I served from 2018 to December of 21.
Okay.
And I served from November 2016. Sorry, I'm sick. To March 2020.
Heard that. What are you sick with? That COVID shit?
No, I hope not.
That monkeypox? Y'all ever heard of that shit?
Monkeypox?
Dude,
Didn't that like pop up in like Oregon or something somewhere?
Well, something like that. They had I had seen something on that for the news, but basically it was like these huge whelps that were all over somebody's body. I had an Uncle Robert that looked like he had that. Swear to God, but that was like his whole life.
He had monkeypox his whole life.
I don't know if it was monkeypox.
He had the vaccine or something.
Yeah, he had that vaccine.
He couldn't spread it.
Yeah, he got that HVAC or whatever.
The HVAC system? It's like an air conditioning system.
Yeah.
It keeps him cool so he doesn't spread it. I got you.
Yeah, no cap. He needs
like
it to be cool.
Science shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so y'all both served for a good period of time. Blake was a little bit after Chris. And but y'all's both around the same general period, which I think can maybe be relatable. I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
y'all were
definitely.
So where were y'all stationed? Let's start with that.
I was in Colorado for my entire 3.5 years.
And I was in Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
Fort Campbell.
Heard that. What was y'all's what's the word? Your
job?
Like your job. Yeah, that's it.
I was infantry.
Infantry.
I was a truck driver.
Heard that.
Yeah.
So I actually want to go through the day-to-day processes of being in the military. Y'all were both Army, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So day-to-day processes. So let's start from basic. Let's start from the jump. You know, what y'all had to go through from the jump. Talk to me how a normal day would go from, because I'm sure that it was pretty consistent, your day to day, your week to week.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
See, both of our basics were a little bit different since I was infantry. So I went to a one-station unit training. So I went to the same place for like 3 months. But he did his basic, which is like a month and a half, 2 months, and then he did AIT, which is like a month. That's like his specialized training for his specific job. I mean, he can explain that a lot better than I can because I never went through that.
So kind of break down the difference between like the day-to-day life of basic versus the AIT stuff.
Well, basic training, you're just learning like the basics of what it is to be a soldier. And then AIT that's your advanced individual training. That's where you learn your actual job.
Okay.
So whenever you first sign your contract, you have jobs to pick from depending on your ASVAB scores.
Okay.
And I just happened to want to be a truck driver. And after basic training, which is 9.5 weeks, pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know
2.5 months.
Yeah.
They sent me down to Missouri for another month and a half, and that's where I learned how to be a truck driver.
Is that where you did the AIT stuff?
Yeah, I
Missouri?
did my basic in South Carolina, but then they
And
bused me
it's-
down to Missouri.
And it's a lot more relaxed for AIT
Definitely,
than it
yeah.
is for basic training.
Okay.
So basic and like infantry OSUT is like they're kind of drill sergeants are kind of like demanding
At
like,
basic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're always in trouble.
Right.
Like always in trouble.
Like discipline.
Yeah.
Right. Getting y'all in order.
Yeah, like pretty much changing you as a person into
Shit.
a soldier.
And then at AIT, they're more like your dad.
Yeah,
Where they like
they take care of you, but like
They still fuss at you if you
Yeah.
mess up.
if you fuck up, they'll fuss at you.
Oh,
But
we can curse on here?
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
Yeah. It's casual. It's casual.
Okay.
You're a fucking veteran, bro. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I got a problem. I just need to make sure, man.
Yeah, man. So question: How often do y'all use y'all veteran discount?
I don't use mine actually.
You don't?
No.
I use mine all the time.
I use it
Went
every
to
year.
Cavender's one time and you used it.
Well,
Don't say
That was for that was Black Friday too. But I use it.
He got that.
I use it for
super
Veterans
deal.
Day every year at Texas Roadhouse. That's about it.
That's-
Unless the person working there knows that I'm a veteran, then I will never bring it up.
yeah. I think I can agree with that. If I were in the position, I think I wouldn't want to bring it up as well. So I get you there, to be honest. I don't know, but I'm not in the position.
Yeah, well, the way I look at it, the benefit is there, and I say like reap the reward.
Yeah, you might as well use it.
You're a veteran. It's a veteran discount.
You went through over
You might as
3
well
years
take it.
worth.
Yeah, you. I'm not saying waste it.
Yeah,
What
but
are you saying?
I'm also not out here.
I'm not saying you wasted 3 years of your life. I'm saying like that's 3 years of your life the government took from you,
Yeah.
and like you're not getting anything from it, so you might as well use your veteran discount.
Might as well use that little 10-15% discount.
Sometimes 25%.
Yeah. Depending on
You
where
can make a GovX account.
What's a GovX account?
Oh, you get like discounted like Under Armour, Nike,
Like online
Oakley.
type.
Yeah, online shopping.
Heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Well, okay. So basic was so we haven't really talked about like day-to-day life. So like talk
Okay.
about like your how you wake up to how you go to bed. Just a normal day in basic, not AIT. Because I want.
Every
want
day
the-
was different. I mean, waking up was the same.
So the thing is, I want people at home to kind of like really get a grasp of what it is like in that military setting, because like I can't even fathom it. I want to fathom it because it's not something that I've been so attached to. But these are the people that are making sure that we are able to drink coffee in our homes safely and have no problems. So
Yeah.
I mean, we should have a little bit of respect for them and at least like think about what their day-to-day life is other than just ours. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me.
Dude, what time did we wake up? Like
It was
5:30?
5:30,
Five-
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But okay, but listen, all night you have fire guard. So like 4 people have to be up. Well, no,
Ours was 2.
2 people had to be up.
Okay.
And there was a radio, and you had to like check in like as soon as you got on, and then you had to do like you had to clean and just basically watch the barracks while everyone sleeps, so nobody steals your shit. Or if a drill sergeant comes in, you can wake everybody up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got basically 2 people just.
Because basically, when
waiting.
a drill sergeant walks in, you have to yell at ease,
Okay. Do you like?
And everybody better wake up.
and everyone has to wake up.
So what happens? So let's bring us a scenario. So what happens if one person is like, oh no,
Oh,
I
that
want to
dr-
sleep.
That drill sergeant's gonna go over there and start screaming at them. Probably make them open up their like little sleeping cabinet and start ripping everything out, fucking their shit up, smoking the shit out of them, like push-ups, sit-ups,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and then we would probably all of us would get in trouble as well
Okay.
and
Yeah.
do the same exact thing. Because of his
usually the
fuck
other
up.
guy on shift, he doesn't let the person go back to sleep.
Mhm.
But me, I didn't really care. It's not my fault to wake you. It's not my responsibility to wake you up.
Right.
Yeah.
Did y'all have like basic buddies? Like, is that a thing? Like anything along those
You had
lines?
your bunk buddy, like the
Your
person
bunk
who
buddy.
you bunked with.
Well, like, cause you had
But
said
you wouldn't do stuff with them for training.
No.
You just kind of slept.
near them.
Yeah, it
he
was all
right
in
above you or
alphabetical order.
below you.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine was a bitch.
So
If you out there, you're fucking bitch. I hate you.
all
I
right.
don't even remember his name. Some fucking ginger.
Right. So okay. So you'll wake up. right? So some people are doing like fire. What was it called? Fire drill or something?
Fire guard.
Fire guard, right? So they're patrolling, making sure that y'all are good or whatever, making sure nobody's stealing nothing throughout the night, and then making sure that the drill sergeant, make sure that everybody knows that the drill sergeant is coming whenever he's coming, and then all right, so y'all are awake, y'all are at ease or whatever. What's the next step? What do y'all do throughout that day? What's the plan? Is it a lot of physical training?
We get like 15 minutes to shower, change, not shower, sorry, we change, shave, make our beds,
the whole
and then we gotta like stand
group?
right in front of our bunk with all our shit ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when the drill sergeant comes in and marches us out to our respective field where we
Okay.
do our training.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we would wake up. You would toe the line. There's like this big square in the middle of a room, and everybody would toe the line, and the drill sergeant would tell us what we're gonna do that day. Like after we got ready, because we would get like 15 minutes. Dude, the first day, actually, the very first day.
Talk to me about that.
When we got there, we had Did y'all have Shark Attack?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you get off the bus from what is it? Reception. Reception's just where you they process you through the army. It's like your final processing part of the where you're going to go and stuff. And the very first day we got to my basic training, we got off the bus. They were doing Shark Attack. You have a duffel bag on your front and a duffel bag on your back, and it's just like full of all of your equipment. So it's just heavy as fuck. And I'm small as fuck, so I can't even see over mine.
Right.
I look like a penguin waddling because I'm so heavy.
What was your weight
Dude,
going into basic?
When I went into basic,
Right.
like a 108, 109,
What are you at right now ish?
like 115.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
You came up a little bit.
I lost weight when I went to basic.
Well,
Did you?
Yeah, I went in like 183, which is like pushing the limit,
Okay.
and then I left at like 170, 168.
Now is that pushing the limit for your height?
Yeah, dude, for 5'6", you get,
For
it's
5'6".
like unrealistic expectations. You got to be like 145 to 155 in that range.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I've always been like a buff dude, so if it wasn't for the body, they do like body fat percentage checks. If it
Mhm.
wasn't for those, I would never made it in the army.
Oh yeah. Just because you had maybe a little bit more too much muscle on your frame.
Yeah, I was definitely heavier than a lot of the guys I served with.
That makes sense.
I did get up to like 138 at one point.
Really?
Yeah, in the army.
During basic?
No, not
just-
in basic.
just in-
yeah,
in the army.
While I was in the army, I was working out a lot, but I was also drinking a lot. So that was also a lot from drinking, I'm sure.
But did you feel like you had like
Oh no, dude.
overly exceptional
So,
muscle tone as well? Like
ev-
I mean, obviously you're drinking a lot.
Oh no, I was a lot more built.
Yeah.
And we also did like every Thursday we would do our max on squats, deadlifts, and bench. And then my best for bench was 205 twice
Okay.
at like 138.
Now, whenever you're getting these maxes and stuff, do these also come into account on if you're going to continue to stay?
No, this was just for fun. We would do like PT in the mornings, and
Okay.
my platoon leader, your platoon leader, and your platoon sergeant basically set up like the PT for the morning.
Mhm.
They set up like what you're gonna do for the day. And they always liked working out, like doing actual workouts instead of going on runs and rucks. So I got the benefit of like working out like every single morning.
Okay.
So we just did it for fun. Now you do have like actual PT test,
Mhm.
like the APFT, but it's not even that ananymore.
So ACFT.
Yeah, they changed it.
The ACFT hasn't been even for record in the past like 2 years.
Huh?
I've never taken the ACFT for record.
Really?
Yeah, it was still in the works for like 2 whole years.
So was it a thing, and then it just became like
Well, so it was the APFT whenever we joined, which is just push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2 mile
2 mile
run.
run.
okay?
And then they changed it to deadlifts, hang curls, and like sprints, like a 3 mile run. There's a bunch of crazy stuff, but
Okay.
Yeah, they added a bunch of shit, and the point system is completely corrupt and different.
There's a point system.
yeah, for men and women.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a point system for the APFT as well,
Okay.
which was like
No, so like okay.
age bracket.
So break down this point system because it's
Dude,
like
I don't
so,
even know it.
So Okay, so is it kind of like just based on like how well that you do your training? Like so like your push-ups, your sit-ups, or whatever the hell?
Yeah,
like
you have to
you
do
get
a
like
certain
a-
amount.
Mhm.
And
so you get like a certain amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
so you've broken down the morning a bit. I'm still just trying to structure this so we
Yeah,
can
no, I
so we
get
can
you.
so we can get it. But okay, so your mornings, you're going through your so you wake up, you get your 15 minutes to get all ready, you get at ease. I'm gonna it's gonna sound stupid the way that I say
Yeah,
it.
no,
so,
it is.
yeah, it is. But all right. So you're at ease. You go through your morning training or whatever, and then after your morning training, do y'all get like any leisure time, or y'all going to lunch? Like what's
They do marches to breakfast, but
Yeah,
then
they do.
most of the days, from what I remember, is actual. You sit in the classroom and you learn stuff in the classroom.
okay?
That's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
sit in the
we,
classroom most
we
of the
are
day.
in classroom a lot. And dude, sometimes like you're deprived of sleep. Dude, you have to fight to be awake, and you
Motherfuckers
also
ain't
have to
there.
take tests, and you have to pass these tests.
Okay.
And like,
And so
most of the time, you're just fighting to fall asleep, and you're holding in your piss because you don't want to ask the drill sergeant to go take a piss.
They're gonna fuck you up if you do.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you tired?
so okay. So what kind of tests and what kind of learning are y'all doing in these classrooms?
Just like basic army stuff. They teach you about like the rank structure, the history of the army,
Mm-hmm.
uniform stuff, how to be a better soldier type of stuff. It's
Okay. So like inclusive learning, like all the army,
Yeah,
like
shit that you
general
need to know.
knowledge.
Yeah.
And then for infantry, they focus on formations and stuff like that, like infantry tactics, combat tactics, stuff like that.
Okay. And
Like
y'all,
weapon
like
systems.
in the
well,
class.
they also learn weapon
Yeah,
systems
we
as
did,
well.
yeah.
All soldiers learn weapon systems. They learn the M4,
Yeah.
which is the fucking, and they learn the M9 or M17. I know we had the M17s.
no, we didn't learn about pistols.
Y'all didn't learn
No.
about pistols.
It wasn't until I was an armorer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But y'all did learn it in a different, but not in basic. You learned that somewhere else.
Oh,
Yeah. No, in basic, yeah, you just learn literally the basics. It wasn't until I got to Colorado where I learned.
did y'all
most
get
of
to
all the
mess
other
with
guns.
240s and 249s in basic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Mark 19
No.
and the 50 cal.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all did the 50 cal in basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a massive weapon.
I think we got the. I'm pretty sure we had the 50 cal in basic. I mean the Mark 19 as well.
Have you ever shot a 50 cal sniper?
No, not a sniper. It's a 50 cal mounted machine gun.
Yeah, not a.
What?
Yeah, it's a machine gun, and it's
It's
That's
got
even
like two handles with
scarier.
two buttons.
butterfly triggers.
Yeah, you sitting there holding it. Oh, it shoots
Basically,
a lot
yeah.
faster than that.
Yeah.
That'll rip somebody in the mist,
Well,
bro.
that's what it sounds like in Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than that, and it's a lot louder.
Shit.
I used to shoot that thing without ear pro.
Yeah,
Oh my
used
god.
to-
Oh yeah, I'm sure that y'all
Well-
need earplugs and shit for
Oh
that.
yeah.
I had earplugs, but they would always fall out when I would start to shoot
Okay.
because my body shakes.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm deaf.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all woke up, y'all went to y'all did y'all
had
marched
breakfast.
marched to morning, your
Mhm.
breakfast or whatever, and then so y'all what time is this? Probably about like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock by this point.
Well, we would
9 o'clock.
go down to the field around like 6:30, do PT for like maybe an hour and a half.
And this is
an hour.
before breakfast.
This is before breakfast.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they do that first thing in the morning. They want you to burn as much calories without any food in your stomach.
Okay.
Then they march you to chow, and if you fuck up or you're smiling, they'll smoke you on the
Oh,
way.
dude, yeah, chow. Dude,
Dude.
going to the DFAG actually is hell.
Okay.
It's hell.
Because you got motherfuckers happy to go to the DFAC, right? The Donic facility. So
Okay.
they're sitting there like marching and shit. And Johnson, why the fuck are you smiling? Everybody get the fuck down. And,
no one's eating right now.
and then we're all mad at Johnson. He's still smiling, doing push ups like, oh man, my bad. Oh, this is a game to y'all. Fuck. We ain't even eat yet, man. We're
That's-
already sweating.
We ain't even eat yet. It's not even breakfast yet. All right, so
Hey, hold on.
okay,
Let me put a drill sergeant into perspective for you.
break it
You
down.
ever watch that show those kids go to jail for a day?
Beyond scared straight.
Beyond Sarah's great. You know how those motherfuckers always yelling at those kids, like
Mhm.
scaring the fuck out of them, like, "Oh, dude, if you were in it, you'd be my bitch."
Right.
That's how drill sergeants are.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine a criminal yelling at you all day long.
So-
that's what it feels like.
So the thing is, I've met a drill sergeant before, but they were a girl, and
Hey, they still
She was
It'd
loud.
be intimidating.
Our scariest drill sergeant was a girl.
Yeah. Really?
She was like 5'2", Puerto Rican, tatted up,
In
neck
your
down.
face.
Yeah.
Oh,
She would do. She probably would have shanked you if you talked back
Yeah.
back to her.
Drill Sergeant Sally Croup, I still remember you. She called me Team Wolf one time. I didn't shave. I got smoked for it.
So getting smoked is like a term for like push-ups, like humiliation tactics. Like,
Basically, yeah.
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 They basically
Hey,
make you do shit until you're on the verge of throwing up,
okay,
and they're like,
Oh,
"Okay,
dude.
you had enough." Until they think you don't have enough, and they do some more.
heard
Okay,
that.
another thing, if you like, we would often do in the morning. It's
Okay.
called canteen fuck.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
So
That's fucking rough.
we would
man.
we would get out of our barracks room, and then there's like a big pavilion.
Did y'all do y'all's basic in the same space, in the same place?
Where'd you do basic?
Jackson.
So-
Oh,
so the-
relaxing Jackson.
There's nothing relaxing about it.
Relaxing Jackson.
So
I'm
the
kidding.
reason why I'm asking that is because I think it's so crazy how y'all have such commonalities in y'all's basic environments, but y'all were in completely like two separate states. Like
Uh-huh.
y'all were not even close to each other, but y'all had nearly the same. I mean,
Dude,
it's.
that's how brainwashing the army is.
I mean, isn't that the kind of their job? You
Yeah.
know? Like, I mean, you can't really just.
I mean, dude, I went to basic with medics, doctors, truck drivers,
Yeah.
like just a bunch of cooks, a bunch of random people. that
And
was-
I just went to basic with infantrymen.
Okay. So
No
you-
women.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
had like a diverse kind of group where y'all had a lot different jobs going on in that whole mix, and then you had like everybody doing nearly the same job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're a dumb grunt, you're gonna be stuck with a bunch of other dumb grunts.
Yeah. And believe me, I was a dumb fucking grunt.
I feel like there has to be a lot of slick disses in the army.
Oh, there is.
There
He's
is,
like
but
he's a fucking poke.
But
That's
there is,
the
but
worst
it's,
thing to
it's
be.
mainly jokes. It's mainly
Yeah,
jokes.
of
'cause-
course,
It's mainly
course.
just it's a brotherhood.
Cause I met a lot of special forces guys whenever I was doing my training, and they never hated on us at all.
Yeah, no.
I feel like
Like
it's,
you need 88 mics.
well, I feel like it
You
has.
need a truck driver.
I'm saying it has to be a decently comparable to like football, because like in football, like people would mess with me all the time because I was the kicker, but they knew that they needed me, and so it's like
Yeah.
yes, they would mess with me, but it was yeah.
See, that's actually one of the biggest MOSs that we like dog on infantrymen is 88 mics. But like we're always so relieved in the field when they do pull up because we don't have to walk anymore.
Oh, what is 88? Is that
Truck
what yours
driver.
was?
Truck driver, yeah.
Because
Okay.
like normally infantry, you're walking for days on end, like without getting in a vehicle.
Okay.
Like when you're in the field and stuff.
Yeah.
Normally you do have trucks, like when you're overseas.
So whenever you see the trucks, you're like, all right, cool, we can hop in the
Yeah.
back of that bitch and not have
Yeah,
to walk no more."
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot
Normally
of sense.
take your naps in there. They're normally covered.
Heard that.
Uh-huh.
So
So yeah, keep
so-
going with.
so how much driving did you have to do to be a truck driver in the army?
To be a truck driver, like at AIT, it's not that much driving. I mean, it is like 4 weeks of just straight driving different trucks, but it's not that long, not that much. Once I got to my duty station, that's whenever shit kicked in gear. I drove probably over like close to 100,000 miles while I was over there.
Jesus.
We were in a field
Christ.
artillery unit, so we
Did you-
drove a
Did
lot.
you get a master driver badge?
Yes, I did.
Oh, dude, I had. How much is that? That's 1,000 miles.
No, it's not.
5,000.
It's like 10,000 miles, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, I swear I had it because I was a driver for a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and I drove. I put so many miles on vehicles.
It's like a certain amount of miles or a certain amount of missions or something like that.
Yeah, I wish I would have got that badge.
Heard that. Sorry. So okay, so you can get a badge for
Driving a
completing
specific
certain.
amount of miles.
Okay, so what are all the badges that y'all have personally?
They're basically just like
You get,
awards.
yeah, you get some for just joining the army
Yeah.
and completing AIT.
Oh, okay. So they got some simple ones. What's the if y'all had a badge that y'all were most proud of getting? What would y'all say that one was for y'all's? Or maybe it was the hardest to get, or
The hardest badge to get?
out of what y'all already acquired is what I'm trying
Oh.
to say.
Dude, I have like 4. I didn't do much. Remember, I was in Colorado for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I didn't get deployed. I didn't do any crazy shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, neither of y'all were deployed, correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay, y'all both stayed in the States. But I mean, at the end of the day, if y'all based on y'all's contract, it's like an 8-year contract. So if anything were to go down, y'all still have to go
Yeah.
or something. How's that whole world work? So let's say Russia's ready to invade. Like things are going crazy.
If they need infantrymen, then they'll call on me and be like, "Yo, we need infantrymen."
So how long do you have in your current contract like left?
I have like a year and a half.
Year and a half. And
Yeah.
do you know how long you have left?
Like 3.5 years, something like that. 4
Maybe I
years,
have
something
2.5 years or 2 years.
And
Because I know I got out like a year and a half.
But you
before.
don't do shit.
yeah, like
for
no,
the
of course
army.
not. But I'm saying like during that time, are y'all still having to like maybe check in, or are they checking in on
You're
y'all?
supposed to, yeah.
Okay.
Like
So,
if your address changes, you gotta let them know. If your phone number changes, you gotta let them know.
just in case, like if, like I said, if worst case scenario something were to go down, you know what I'm saying, they need more people. They're obviously going to go to the people that still have their contract, you know. In okay, so all right, so let's get back to the day to day. So y'all went to breakfast, y'all ate. Have y'all had any leisure time up to this point?
Leisure time's normally at night for like.
Yeah, past like bunk down time or whatever.
Yeah,
You don't get any leisure time during the day besides when
During-
you're eating, and even that's not
During
usually.
basic.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Basically the first 80% of basic was basically torment. Like basically like you didn't really get chill time. The end of basic, the end of OSUT, you got a little chill.
yeah. Last
Like,
couple weeks is nice.
Yeah. Especially for OSUT because you had to wait for a very long time to be chill.
okay.
To be chill because we didn't have an AIT. It was just we were at the same exact place for I don't even
Weeks.
remember how long I was there,
It's
bro.
a long ass time.
Like weeks
like,
and weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Like longer than 9.5.
Yeah, like
longer
you-
than
like
2.5 months.
You do normal basic
Like
training.
three
and then,
or 3.5 months, something like that. I don't remember.
yeah. You
I
do
got a
normal
bad
basic
memory.
training for like 2.5 months, and it's like an extra month and some change on top of that.
Just being there.
Being there at the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my basic, it was just like he had like it was just spaced out a lot different. We had infantry like classes early on, but we also had the basic classes early on. It was kind of like college. You had like your prerequisites before you can get to specific infantry classes.
Right.
You had to learn specific things about the army first before you learn those tactics. And
That
stuff
makes
like
sense.
Yeah.
Got to go through your basic classes before
Exactly.
you can get to your advanced classes. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. So, all right. So
There's a
y'all.
lot of rucks. I don't know if y'all did rucks, 12-mile rucks.
Okay.
Like okay, and then you would have
So for the people at home that don't know what a ruck is, break down what that is.
you put like
You put a book sack on that's big as shit.
it's
With
like it depends
depends
where you
on
go. It's like 40 to 70 pounds.
yeah.
And when it gets wet, it could be heavier, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and it does rain a lot.
You're going on a long walk with everything you own in one bag.
Yeah,
It's fucking brutal. It hurts.
enough to live for a week.
Yeah.
So shin splints. I'm sure y'all felt a lot of that.
Oh, dude. Seen some people's fucking heels come off their feet when they take their
What?
boots off, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Their heels literally peel off with their socks.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Rough. Luckily, I've never had that problem.
Yeah, me
but
neither.
I'm not a bitch, so.
I mean, my feet are fucked up. Like, it's pretty scarred up from blisters.
So I had seen something on it's like man versus something, but do you have to change your socks out pretty frequently
You
if it starts
should.
raining and stuff?
You don't have to, but yeah, it's very.
Is it like recommended or
Oh, yeah,
some shit?
definitely.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is dump baby powder in your socks
Mm-hmm.
and put those on. It helps keep your feet dry.
I feel like I'm talking to David Goggins every time. I'm talking to somebody that.
Well, dude, we were in South Carolina, and we were in the middle of the summer, so we were all sweating, and it was
Yeah.
hot.
Oh yeah.
Middle of Hurricane Harvey, it was raining. That was 2018, so everybody's feet was constantly wet.
Oh.
So it was really bad.
And think of Georgia. Georgia's a jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Georgia's a
Oh,
jungle.
I forgot that's where it is. Fuck.
Yeah,
Is that where y'all both went, or is that where you went? Or
that's where I went. I went to Fort Benning.
Okay. And
He
then
went
where'd you
to-
go?
I was at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. So there's one state off, 2 states off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
pretty
like
much
that.
same general area.
I'm not good at geography.
Yeah, heard that. So, all right. So we haven't even gotten to lunch yet. All right. So we made it to breakfast. Y'all have marched. Y'all have already done a lot of shit. Y'all have trained in the morning.
So basically, we'll go to lunch, and depending on what we're doing, we'll either go to lunch in the field, which is just an MRE.
Okay.
Everyone knows what an MRE is.
Right.
Um,
Meal ready to eat.
yep.
Heard that.
So we'll have that, but we can't have the candy.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to take our candy from us.
So, oh man,
The
they
drill sergeants
some
would come.
bullies,
Give them
bro.
fucking Skittles, man. You don't need that shit.
Give them fucking Skittles.
And
Alright,
they would
so-
they would target the fat people.
I mean, they gotta. I mean, their job is to get
Bro,
these people like.
Fat shaming isn't a thing.
Oh, I mean, I don't feel. I feel like in an army setting, it can't be a thing.
Yeah, it can't.
Okay.
You can't
But,
be lazy.
So
Can't be unhealthy.
so okay, so y'all are dealing with drill sergeants down y'all's neck all day. Is it all day? Pretty much all day.
Until bedtime, but
Yeah.
then sometimes they come in and fuck with you when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
How? Okay, so back to the MREs. What's y'all's favorite MRE that y'all have had?
Mine is the hash browns. 100%.
Dude, yes,
Hash
that's what
browns.
I'm talking
So
about.
it's like hash browns with bacon, bell peppers,
Mhm.
onions, and then they have like a water-based cereal in there.
Okay.
So it's like oats, and you put water in
Blueberry
it,
and oats.
and you make a cereal water. It's like sweet as fuck. Great.
Dude, it's money.
Yeah.
Now are all
Money.
the
Dude,
so
and if you got a homie, you can get the cheese with bacon and add that to the hash brown. Oh, it makes it so much bacon.
that actually
so much
sounds
better.
good.
Oh, bro.
But I mean, it's in a
we gotta
bag,
get
so it's
some.
like I don't.
Yeah, a lot of them are fucking gross, but
Yeah.
It's
some
like
of them are pretty good.
What
yeah.
is it? Like $12 a bag? $15
Dude,
a bag?
it's like $60 for like a 5-pack or
a-
6-pack.
yeah.
Really?
It's
It's
fucking
so
ridiculous.
a box of them, a box of 24 is like $200 or like $100 and something dollars.
But y'all
something
aren't
like
paying
that.
for these.
No,
we
don't
Not
pay for
not
them.
during. Okay.
No,
yeah.
y'all pay for them.
But like if I wanted some, like in my own home, then
people of
Taxpayers
United
pay
States
for 'em.
taxpayers pay for it.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I
Thank you.
mean,
Appreciate y'all.
so shout out to y'all. I still need to get that discount though. But
Amen.
but amen. But no, yeah. So okay, so y'all got to lunch. Or is there any training after lunch? What's the plan
of
after
course.
That's usually when the classes happen. But there's different days. Sometimes we'll do classes, and then sometimes we'll go. They'll teach you how to wrestle and kill
Mhm.
people and stuff like that. Sometimes you go to the range and shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all different.
Okay. And then so that would be, I guess, maybe your afternoon training session. Maybe I guess that's what would you call it? Just
I don't even
You're
know how
tired.
they broke up
Well,
today.
the severity of it, we have 3 phases. We have red phase, white phase, and blue phase.
Mhm.
Red
Okay.
phase being like the first 3 to 4 weeks. That's like the roughest. They're always in your face. You can't do shit. That's when they're teaching you how to wrestle and shoot and all this, crazy shit.
okay.
White phase is when it gets more relaxing. They give you like a PG, some soldier to take control of the formation.
Mhm.
That's when everything usually starts slowing down. But if
Okay.
you fuck up, they're gonna send you back in red phase. But white phase is usually when you do your classes.
Okay.
Blue phase is when you're like, that's when the drill sergeants start to chill, like
Like relaxing
relax
a
a
bit
little
Mhm.
bit, because they're trying to get you ready to go wherever you're
to
going.
the next step. Yeah.
And that's whenever you start doing like your final marches and your final tests and stuff like that to get out of basic training.
Okay, so you got to test out a basic.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
so
you have to test every month
okay.
in basic. You have to. It's pretty sure it was a written test and a PT test that you had to pass,
Okay.
and a ruck that you had to pass.
Okay.
So they started off small. They started off with a 3-mile ruck, then they did a 5-mile ruck, then they did the 6, and then the 8, and then the 10. Well, we did a 10 and a 12. I
We-
don't know if
yeah.
I didn't know if they did a 10 and a 12.
we started off at 5, then we went to like 7.5, 8, then we went to 12. So we just had 3.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess since I was in a longer class and I didn't have to,
Definitely, and y'all
Move.
march a lot more.
yeah.
Okay.
So we got more march. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, something like that.
Heard that.
I don't quote me on that because I'm not always good with those facts.
So, what was the highest rank that y'all both each got to?
Specialist.
Specialist.
Yeah.
Y'all both got the same. Okay. So, what is that like?
E4.
E4.
Mhm.
Okay. So you both got to E4. Now, were both of y'all like squad leaders or team leaders or what was it called?
I was the squad leader for like
Squad leader.
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Only because there was a shortage on NCOs.
Yeah, and infantry's different. If they're a rank higher than somebody and they're all within E1 and E4, they can basically like
I was in charge. Of
they can be in charge. For us at least, if we're not infantry, I can't start fussing at a fucking private like he's my soldier.
Okay.
I mean I can, but I can't like smoke him or anything. I don't have that capability.
Authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I don't know how it is now. It started to get pretty soft. Like, I mean, it was already soft when I was in it compared to the guys that served like 10 years, 15, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
It's gotten a lot softer. But I know when I was in, I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, anyways, so those cards. So I've heard something about like these cards. Y'all were talking about it's being soft. So
Oh, yeah.
I heard about like these cards where you can like pull them out talked about. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that wasn't whenever I was there. I never even heard of that until like
Is
last
that not
year.
do you think that's not a thing? I mean, do you think maybe that's
I'm
just-
sure it could be a thing.
It's a thing now.
Yeah,
I've heard
now.
it's a thing now. So I saw them physically when I was in basic training. Before you even got in, I saw those cards. I know exactly what.
But nobody used them.
you're
much.
talking
Oh,
about-
my pussy hurts.
Yeah.
So I can pull a
Yeah,
card out.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, if I were to even break it down in my head, I wouldn't ever pull it out. Just, I mean, if you're going through the process of it all, like,
It's
why
just
do you
a
want to
myth.
sing yourself out and be like, no, you're yelling at me?
Dude, I just kept telling myself the whole time, this is just a mental game. Like, I can get
Yeah.
through this. Like,
Yeah.
like this is easy. Like, look, I thought to myself, I was like, look at all these fucking losers that got through, that have gotten through this. Like, I can get through this. That's
Mhm.
basically just what I told myself the whole time.
I feel like I'd be telling myself the same thing if I was in the position.
But, dude, I was struggling on that 12-mile ruck.
Yeah, it
Because I was
rough.
only like 110 pounds at the end of basic.
And
I,
we're
I
small,
gained,
dude.
I gained
Yeah.
weight.
Like
But
we had some guys in my platoon that were like 6'3", 6'4", so their strides are like dumb long.
And y'all are having to, like,
And
Dude,
we take
no.
like 5 steps for every 3 steps they take.
I actually don't walk when I ruck. I have to jog.
Literally,
oh my God.
we have to
Like
jog.
if
It's
I'm in
fucking rough.
formation, I have to jog. But if it's at your own pace, then I have an open stride.
Okay.
I'll walk as fast as I can with my open stride. I mean, I lost like they told me I lost 15% mobility in my right hip because
Yeah.
I kept injuring my
Yeah,
right hip
I'm sure
while
you're
I was rucking.
overextending.
You,
Yeah.
you have to, bro.
Yeah,
just to keep
just
up.
to keep up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Heard that. Have you done any physical therapy since then?
Yeah, I've done some physical therapy, but I'm kind of lazy and
Yeah.
I never go. I
Yeah.
go to my therapy, but that's about it.
Heard that. I mean, to shift gears, my right leg is actually longer than my left because of kicking in high school and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Your leg always like
Yeah, from constantly
elongates.
swinging it. Yeah, literally,
Pulling away from
surprisingly.
you. Yeah.
And still to this day, it's that.
One day you're just gonna kick too hard and your leg's gonna fly off.
Yeah. The whole leg's just gonna fly
Yeah.
off, bro.
And
But-
Kyle's just gonna flip away.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run after it. But I mean hop after it. But yeah, so okay, so y'all gotten to lunch. Y'all have eaten at lunch, y'all have done y'all's little afternoon I say afternoon training, but y'all like went to the classroom, did that stuff. And all right, so dinner time. What are y'all eating for dinner time? What is that? Is that like usually at like y'all's cafeteria?
It's normally regular food. Like they'll sometimes put like fried chicken, like, and you'll get lucky. They'll put like two different meals out, and you'll get lucky with the main meal, and then you go to like a buffet, and you'll stand there with your tray,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll move down in line, like
Right, cafeteria style.
Heel
right?
to toe,
cafeteria.
heel to
heel to
toe.
toe, heel to toe.
Oh, in line,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
in.
if they catch you like sitting down without your heels touching your heels, they'll fucking make you throw away your tray and get up.
Oh my God!
You,
man.
you gotta eat with one hand. Your other hand's on your rifle the whole time. So
Really?
imagine trying to make a peanut butter sandwich with one hand.
And if
So-
you take it off there, like what?
They make you throw away your food. At least for me, that's what it was. They made you get up.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
And they put me on double rations too.
Yeah. What's so okay?
I was skinny as fuck, so they were like, "You got to eat twice,
Yeah.
and you're gonna eat twice."
They made you
Oh,
drink
yeah.
So
milk
I
and
was
shit.
sitting there after everybody else. Everyone was always waiting on me because I was just fucking plowing down food and wanted to throw up, and I would throw up
Mm,
almost every single time we would get smoked after.
yeah, because I mean, dude, that
They'd-
in
they'd be
taking
like,
that
"Oh,
lunch-
Bergeron, you fucked up. You threw up all your food. What are you gonna do now?" Like, I don't know,
Pick it
drill
up with your
sergeant. Ew,
Pick
dude.
it up with
Imagine
your
that.
mouth.
Oh yeah, dude. We didn't explain canteen fuck. Normally when you wake up in the morning or very late at night after.
Yeah, it was when we were going to bed.
Yeah, I think that's when it was too.
All right, so
if
break
somebody,
down canteen.
if somebody fucked up during the day, like they would take you back and they would take you out after you would shower and everything, get ready for bed. They would come in, they would barge in right when you think you were about to go to bed, and you would all go out, stand in formation underneath the pavilion. I don't know if y'all had a pavilion or just outside.
We just did it in our bay.
Oh, they did it in the bay. Yeah, I think that's what I meant, in the bay.
Okay,
Um,
so y'all are in formation.
yeah, and you basically walk out with your canteen, or they make you go back in and get your canteen, and then you fill it up with water, and you just keep drinking it until you throw up.
So basically, a canteen is like fucking half gallon, right?
Right.
It's a quart.
It's a quart.
Yeah, it's a quart.
So a quarter gallon.
No, just a quart.
Just a quart.
Yeah,
Not a quarter of a
but
gallon.
how many quarts in a gallon? That's what I'm saying.
4 quarts in a gallon.
So yeah, it's a quarter of a gallon.
Yeah, it's a quarter of a
Anyway,
gallon.
so at least for us, they would make us take these fucking things, go fill them up.
Okay.
We would stand by our bed before every night because a lot of people had heat casualties from the heat. It's in the middle of the fucking summer, right?
Oh shit, yeah.
The drill sergeant would watch us and he would like count off or some shit. We all had to chug our canteens right in front of his face. A lot of people couldn't do it. They would just start throwing up water.
Okay.
And a lot of people, were like trying to be slick about it. Oh, I finished my shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pour it over your fucking heads. So you got
You have to-
motherfuckers that have like, half their bottle left. They're sitting there dumping it on their
They
head.
just dump it on their head, soaking wet.
And he's like, all right, get the fucking bed. So these guys are all wet and shit. They're just getting in bed. But I always finish my water.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Dude.
that hard for me.
No, not us. We weren't allowed to do it like that. Ours was a little bit more graphic, I guess.
So talk about it.
So we would drink all of our water and pour it over our heads, and if they saw anybody with a drop of water come out, or some idiots were dumping it on their heads, we would have to go to the water fountain, and we would all have to refill our canteens, get back in formation, and while we're in formation, we're doing push-ups while everyone's still filling up their water bottles, and then we'd have to get back up when everyone was all done and continue drinking water, a whole nother quart of water.
I'm sure y'all got a lot of people throwing up from this.
Listen,
Dude, it's rough.
people start throwing up, and
Other
it
people
gets
start throwing
nasty,
up, yeah.
and people still aren't finishing their canteens because they're throwing up, dumping more water on their head, so they're like, fill it up again, and we're still waiting on people doing push-ups and sit-ups and other people's throw up. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then finally, like, we got to get up and then go to bed, but they would let us shower because they're not gonna, because it's technically, that type of hazing was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Heard that.
they would obviously make us shower and not let us sleep in our throw up.
Yeah. I mean, at least they had that form of decency. I don't
Yeah.
really know. I mean, there's a.
It's fucked up either way.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fathom in my head.
I would have slept in my own throw up.
Did y'all get did y'all get? Yeah.
I'm just different.
I'm built
I'm
different.
just built different like that, though. That's just me, though.
That came from my body. That's my shit.
Did y'all get a tattoo check in a shower?
Nah.
Oh, our very first day we had a tattoo check. Like we would go in. It was the very, like, because we went in at night basically.
Okay.
And literally everybody had to get naked without a towel, and the drill sergeants would have to walk up to us and check us for tattoos, and then directly after that we had to take a 15-second shower with the drill sergeants in the shower.
So what happens if you have tattoos during this tattoo?
They were just making sure nothing was like gang related and you
Oh.
didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically for embarrassment. You're getting naked in front of a bunch of grown ass men.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you having hands to your side, or can y'all?
no, we're all fucking covering ourselves.
That's what I did. Some people don't give a fuck.
I'm sure.
There was this one guy. I'm gonna tell you this funny story in reception. So
Yeah.
me and this guy flew in together from New Orleans. I forget his name because he was only there at basic, and then we parted ways. But he didn't have soap. I had 2 soaps. I had like the little pack of 2 Doves, and he was like, "Hey Benoit, can I borrow your soap, man?" I was like, "Sure, man, here." And he was like, "You want it back?" I was like, "No." So this is reception. So they do have curtains. You're showering with curtains, right?
Okay.
Well, I walk out. This dude's standing in the middle of the fucking. So there's like showers like this, and there's like a walkway.
Right.
This dude's standing right here, jerking his shit off with his soap bar that I gave him. He's still.
Hey, Benoit, you want it back?
He's still covered in soap. He was like, "You sure you don't want this back, Benoit?" I was like, "No, dude, I'm sorry." I just kind of walked away.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
me and him weren't friends at basic.
Dude, that's so
I didn't. I
weird.
didn't get my soap back.
Bro, that kind of happened to your brother when we were in middle school.
To Bryce?
Yeah.
Somebody was jerking
No,
off and
not
looking
jerking
at him.
off to him, but some dude fucking. We were chilling for like some. What's that thing in middle school when you have like a president, a vice president, student council?
Yeah, student
we were in student council. I was a treasurer,
At Judy's.
and we went to Natchitoches, like a college in Natchitoches.
He ended up going to college there, actually.
He did.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we were in the dorm room with some of the people from other schools because we were on what's it called? Not a vacation. What's it called in school?
Like
Field
a field trip.
Yeah, we were on a field trip. Exactly. I can't think of that word.
But
And this dude, so one of the guys that he was rooming with, I was in there with him, and then somebody else was with us from Judy's.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude all of a sudden pulls down his pants and starts chasing Bryce.
No.
with his dick out.
In middle school?
Yeah, in middle school. And then me and the other person we were with, I forgot who it was, ran out of the room, and Bryce is like cornered inside of the bed, like holding a pillow up while this dude's chasing him. And me and this dude just ditched Bryce and closed the door behind us so he can't even get out. He's just being chased by this dude with his dick out.
Butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked.
Do you remember who this dude was?
No, but Bryce remembers.
Oh, I
'cause
bet Bryce
had-
remembers.
sure
I'm
Bryce
sure.
I had
remembers.
this conversation with him like a couple weeks ago.
Heard that. I'll have Bryce on Wednesdays to talk about that.
That's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
perfect. I set that up for Bryce. You're welcome.
Yeah, shout out to Bryce, dude. All right, so y'all pretty much gone through y'all's day of basic training, and then you said it was called AIT that you had went to.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're through basic, we're through AIT, we're in our normal phase of being in the Army right now. Okay, is it a lot more relaxed? Is it a lot more chill, or is it still a little how would y'all describe it?
So we actually had drill sergeants, but they were more of like drill instructors. They weren't trying to fuss at us,
Cadre.
smoke us every day. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll wake up with an intercom every morning. We had our own 3-person bedrooms. It was me and 2 guys.
Okay.
I'm actually still very close with both of them, by the way.
That's
But yeah, you wake up, change, go downstairs, form up. You go march to the breakfast. You march back. You take a bus to the we call it the pad,
Okay.
and that's where trucks are. And you just learn how to drive for literally like 4 weeks straight.
Okay. And y'all are still in your day-to-day process, y'all are still having to do some form of training, but is it maybe more in y'all's personal time, or is it like
Oh yeah, like we still did PT in the mornings, but afterwards we actually had like 3 hours of free time from 5 to 8. We had like a day room. We could watch TV. We had like movies that were in there, but we had books and shit to read. Me and my friends would sneak off to the gym. So when you're in TRADOC, which is the training base, you're not supposed to go and like you can't do nicotine, alcohol, shit like that. So
Right.
you can't go to the gym on base. That's for like people over there. But we would sneak over there, like we're scared as fuck, you know. But in our heads, we're gonna get fucked up.
right.
But now that we look back on it, it's like, dude, we're just going to the gym. Like we would go there just to work out with like random people. And,
Right.
So we did actually do a lot of working out over there on our free time. So
Okay.
I like the IT.
Yeah, like y'all freaking out about it, but as
Dude,
long
we
as you're not in PT, like, even if you're in PT uniform,
that's all we had.
yeah, but it still makes sense because you're on post.
Yeah, but we didn't have like our shit yet. We were wearing PT belts. We couldn't just let the cadre know that, hey, we're. So the reason we were able to go is because when you had a sign out sheet, we would sign out to go to the basketball court.
Okay.
And it was like a jungle gym type of shit where you'd work out. We would sign out to go over there. Drill sergeants weren't over there. We only had like 3 at a time. We would walk all the way like a quarter mile across base to go to the gym. And we would come back and sign in. And yeah, we never got caught. But
Hey, but also shout out to drill sergeants because they're up
their life sucks.
basically longer than us. Like we're up for a long time, but they're up before us and they're up after us.
Mm,
So shout out to drill sergeants,
yeah.
bro.
I mean,
That's a hard ass job. Hey,
mean, do you think they get paid maybe a little bit more for?
not
yeah.
for drill sergeant school, but they do get paid if they're E6s.
Mhm.
They get paid as an E6 because normally drill sergeants are E6s.
But I mean, they've been in it.
And
They've been in this shit for a much longer time.
Yeah,
so maybe it's a
exactly.
lot more casual for them to be up longer. And I don't know.
It's not for everybody. It's like one of those things. You either like it or you don't.
I'm sure they gotta ask you. I'm sure they don't like just force you to be. I don't know. Like, how do y'all think they just force people to be drill sergeants, or do y'all?
Oh, they ask them.
Yeah.
Most of them, they don't have like a choice, but they have like a preference if they want to go recruiter or drill sergeant. It's basically the same school, but one's trying to get people in.
And you have to do
One
one
is
of those to get
trying
to
to
E6.
keep people in
Yeah.
Yeah.
to a degree.
Yeah, and one of them's yeah, I don't remember.
But all right, so y'all basically broke down basic.
Mhm.
Y'all basically told me that it's a little bit more nonchalant on after you get out of basic and AIT, and you still have PT in the morning. I mean, you're still, I'm sure, are on some form of a schedule, but it's not as strict. I'm sure, right? Am I right with what I'm saying?
Well,
right now?
the regular army is just like a day-to-day job,
Right.
like a 6 to 5
Okay. Heard that.
on average.
Yeah.
6 to 5.
Like
No, more like a 5:30 to 7:30.
Well, if we're talking about what time we get there, 6 to 5.
Right. And then you'll have from 5 to whatever to like relax.
Yeah, most days you're free when you get off of work.
Okay.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. Most weekends you're off,
Yeah.
but some
Yeah.
days you don't have off, and some days
Hey,
you have to stay
but
late.
you know what? You do also get a lot of 3-day and 4-day weekends.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
every fucking holiday that is America based is you're off.
Nice.
And if there isn't a holiday in a month, they'll give you a 3-day weekend.
Just because.
Yes.
For y'all.
That's
if
what-
you're not,
for y'all.
well, we were always in the field, bro.
Right.
Like always in the field,
Us too.
always out of range.
Yeah.
And if we're not in the field or out of range, then we're in a classroom. And if we have no classes to give, then we're cleaning the barracks room.
Yeah, that's their job because they can't kill people on their normal day-to-day job, you know. So
Yeah.
they actually they gave us the Monday after the Super Bowl off every year I was in.
Yeah.
We all had like a big Super Bowl party and got fucked up, and they gave us off Monday.
We actually had a Super Bowl party in my basic. We got to watch it.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Heard that. So
We had pizza, chips.
so
They
we're
let
gonna
us pick out the gut truck.
It's a food truck that pulls up.
okay.
The gut truck is
It's filled with like fucking zebra cakes and sodas and monsters that you can't even fucking eat. Well, in basic and AIT you can't, but on
Yeah.
on real base, dude, they can pull up with like cartons of cigarettes,
Ooh.
fucking monsters.
like an
everything.
hour out from post. You have the field. You'll go out into the fucking wilderness and you'll go train and mock up buildings and stuff. And this safe haven of a fucking beautiful, ugly ass Nissan Titan from the 1990s pulls up with, instead of a bed, it has a fucking giant cooler and it's just filled with like energy drinks and snacks.
So it's like the
and
ice cream
Skittles.
man for
Oh,
Dude,
the
for
army.
yeah, for
yeah,
the
we-
army, man.
It was amazing when that thing came around.
Heard that. So I do want to we have actually already been talking for about 51 minutes. So I do want to transition out of your normal everyday life of being in the army to coming out of it. So I feel like this is maybe not something that I hear too much online, and I want to ask y'all about this. So is there some sort of, is it like maybe a sense of relief, or maybe it's a sense of you wish you were back over there, but like as soon as you get out of your active contract, you know what I'm saying, and you get back into like the normal civilian world, like what's y'all's first thought, other than, oh, thank God I'm back on normal time, but what's y'all's normal, like what was y'all's, was it a sense of relief? Like talk to me about that stuff.
It depends. It's kind of
It
both.
depends on the person, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of bittersweet.
That's why I'm asking, so.
Directly getting out, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm excited." But then it set in,
So like,
and I realized I had a lot of problems.
so that first 2 weeks out, is there for some people maybe a form of like depression or anxiety from getting out and
Yeah,
not
because-
being back in that day-to-day lifestyle?
Well, for me, I was depressed while I was in.
Yeah.
So when I got home, those first 2 weeks, I was having the best time of my life.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
But then, yeah, after that best time of my life started wearing away, I was like, okay, I kind of do miss being over there. But I didn't miss being in the army. I missed
The
my
people-
guys. That
yeah.
was, like I
Yeah,
miss
exactly.
hanging out with, doing, crazy shit.
Yeah, I feel like with I feel like any route in life that you go or whatever, it's not really like what you're doing; it's the people that you're experiencing this stuff with, because those are the battle-tested dudes that like were there day to day doing those push-ups with you just as much as everybody else was shitting on you while you were doing it or whatever, you know. So okay, so the reason why I'm kind of asking about like not. I was not hoping that y'all were depressed coming straight out of it or whatever. If anything, I was actually hoping that y'all were like happy to do it. But I didn't know if there's like some sort of like a come down effect from being in that day-to-day lifestyle like that to now you're transitioning into the you don't have to wake up and go do PT today. You don't have
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's nice. There's nice parts of it, and
Not
there's also
shaving
bad.
every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Growing a beautiful beard.
Now
Well,
you can appreciate
let me put it into
yeah.
perspective how close you are. If you're a single soldier and you stay in the barracks, think of like a fucking hotel.
Okay.
It's like a 3-floor hotel. All you and your buddies live doors away from each other.
Well, funny thing is, I came and met you a couple of times in Colorado. I don't know if this was at basic or anything like
No.
that. That was at your actual place, but
He went to your barracks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I went twice or three
Y'all
times.
had nice
maybe.
barracks.
With
So.
Cosper too, man. Cosper Gage came.
Yeah.
So like there's 3 doors down there's a girl that I'm sleeping with.
Mhm.
4 doors down it's 3 of my best homies.
A guy you're sleeping with.
Yeah, whatever. Everybody's generally the same rank. They usually have one or two sergeants on the floor, but dude, think it's like parties every fucking day. If you want to go walk 3 doors down, have a cigarette with your boy, you can. You want to walk 6 doors down, have a 6-pack with your boy, you can.
Yeah.
So whenever you come home and you move back in with your, parent or whatever, or if you go live alone, it's like,
Right.
fuck, I can't just go walk and see my boy anymore.
Right. Especially because like that's like I feel like that's very similar to college living because it's like
Yeah.
dorm rooms. You go a couple doors down.
Literally.
You're chilling with like either some of your best buds or like the what were the girls called? Snow bunnies or something.
No.
What y'all call it?
barracks rats?
Barracks bunnies, yeah.
Barracks
That's
bunnies.
what it. Barracks
The
bunnies.
good-looking ones are the barracks bunnies.
Yeah.
Bad-looking ones are the barracks rats.
Yeah, we had a girl used to walk around on the rocks with heels on, just in a dress. Start with a new man like every week. I'm not gonna say her name, but she knows
Yeah.
who she is.
Yeah. She knows who she is.
Dude, see, my barracks was a little bit different because each door was dick, 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 dick. There was just guys.
Mm-hmm.
But bottom floor was like HHC, which was like the medics, and there was like female combat. But it's normally like she's married.
Or okay.
She only likes NCOs.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's butch.
Ooh.
Like,
Or she putting it in you.
yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, so obviously there's not too much from both of y'all's point of view. There's not much of a come down effect directly after getting out. More of like a sense of relief, like we're back in, or like I said, normal time. I mean, y'all are always on normal time. You'll stay in the States, but y'all are around your family or around your high school friends and stuff like that again. So
Amen.
yeah. So okay, and then obviously y'all every once in a while use your what you call it, your veterans discount and stuff. So I want to talk about y'all are out of the Army, y'all are doing y'all's day-to-day life, and I want to talk about this country. Okay, how do y'all feel now in the sense of strength? Okay, as the United States. Okay, where do y'all think, as not as two veterans, just as normal people, how do y'all feel like this country? What's the state of this country right now? What are y'all thinking from y'all's point of view?
Personally, I'm off social media now, so I don't really see anything that's going on.
So can I tell y'all how I feel, and then y'all tell me what y'all think about
Yeah.
that? Okay, so I feel that the United States looks weak. Now, I'm not saying from a military's perspective. I'm coming from a civilian's perspective, where it's like the things that I'm seeing online. It seems like I said, we have no deep-rooted moral character so much anymore. It feels like there's a lot of not so much hate, but people think that they're suffering, but they're not really suffering from what it seems like to me. Do y'all feel like there's anything like that going on in this country? Do y'all feel like we're maybe stronger as a country? Like, what do y'all think in the United States? Like, what do y'all think is going on over here? Do y'all
Dude,
have no
honestly,
point of view on
Do
that?
you have anything?
No, I've never been into politics. I never cared who the president was. I still got to work every day, so I don't really focus on anything that way.
Heard that. So I'm asking in the sense of strength. So if Russia were to invade us today,
They never could.
never
Yeah,
could.
There's
No,
no
they
country
could-
that can invade America's mainland.
We have our air support is just way too powerful.
And then even if they somehow made it on the ground, we have 75% of our homeowners have at least one gun in their house.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Dude,
There-
that would be fun.
so there-
if anything.
We couldn't go over there either, though.
I mean, it would be sad because everything would be destroyed, but that would be a closeout, bro.
yes.
I mean, look at Ukraine
right.
compared to Russia right now.
yeah, and Ukraine is holding
Ukraine's-
their own.
They're fucking struggling. A lot of their
course.
places are getting fucked up, but Russia's tactics are fucking shitty. I can't believe we talked Russia up for this fucking long. I mean, I don't really know anything
No,
about it.
Yeah. I mean,
So
we're
I'm just speaking
it's
from
all
my
speculation.
perspective. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But dude, Russia is full of some fucking pussies.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they were handing out for the Ukrainian government were literally handing out guns to their civilians, and I think the the even craziest part about it is that Americans were raising money via Bitcoin and Ethereum to send to the Ukraine so they could either buy more weapons, buy more like gear, like helmets, food, like all their normal supplies. And like I said, the reason why I'm asking about how y'all feel about this country.
I think
is
the
in the sense
war
of
is ruining the economy, but
Well, no,
I
that
also can't speak on that
well,
either.
no, that's 100% a guarantee.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Russia had the biggest import and export for oil, gas. I mean, everybody's talking about like gas prices being so damn high, and they think it's because of Biden. But the actuality of it is that Biden had zero to do with it. It had everything to do with Russia and the Ukraine and all that stuff. And
Well, he did stop the building of the pipeline,
mm.
which was supposed to be pretty big.
Well, I mean,
for us.
but he had to cut them off because of the things that they were doing on a war side. You know, like
yeah,
like he had to shut that off because if he did, he's basically supplying the people
Mhm.
that are whether supplying or receiving, it doesn't matter. You have to cut off. Like whenever it comes to war in a world where you're trying to create nothing but peace, especially from the United States, because we are so safe in our country based on the military that we've already built up. It's kind of difficult to look like the most peaceful country and try to portray yourself as the most peaceful country if you're going to be supplying the people, like supplying the country or receiving from the country that is creating nothing but hurt, destroy, just creating war. You know, if you're supplying the country that's creating that war with any sort of item, I feel like that's going to look badly upon you. So it's like, it's not even that Biden wanted to do things. I'm sure it's just he had to do these things because if not,
You talking about the sanctions?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can't.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, fuck.
You got to do what you got to do. You know,
Not fuck the people of Russia, but fuck Russian government right,
Right.
now. Like
right? I mean, really, it's Putin. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really him. I don't want to get too deep
he's
on.
just up there, Putin.
Yeah, up there, Putin.
He's got a tummy ache. That's why he's so angry.
So the strength based on just the military alone, the strength of our country is safe.
Yeah.
So even in the sense, because I've talked to you about like nuclear warfare, and so the question that I think I once asked Blake was if nukes were to become like a real threat, okay, like how quickly would they be able to get a bomb over here or something like that? And Blake was like, we would shoot it out of the sky before it ever was able to even come over or some shit like that, right?
Mhm.
Is
We
it
have-
still
At least
that-
what we'd hope.
So there's supersonic nukes, but we also have, at least we hope, we also have equipment that should be able to shoot down those said nukes.
Mhm.
But you never know.
So
And if
Could fuck
something
up
ever
or-
does impact,
Mhm.
then everyone's gone.
So, like, first off, they would need to have
They
a
would target actual silos.
well, they would need to have an aircraft carrier first, right? Because I mean, those airplanes are like limited
I
on.
don't know.
You don't know none of that shit.
I don't know.
We're speculating right now. We're just bullshitting.
I know we have fucking weapons in space on the satellites and shit that can shoot
Yeah.
down stuff in
Oh,
like the sky, but
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
I
About
don't know how people send nukes over.
Yeah.
Just seen it in movies.
Yeah,
I have no
but-
idea.
Same.
Nukes either come from silos or you can drop a nuclear bomb from a plane.
Right. Well, that's kind of what I was saying. I was saying I feel like in my brain they would need to have first off Russia would need to have an aircraft carrier to get the plane close enough to the United States, and then that plane would have to take off or whatever. But I feel like by that time we would realize that there is this big ass boat in the middle of the ocean that we can see that they're obviously doing some shit wrong or whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
I think the reason behind the supersonic is to put them on gunships and
Okay.
fire nukes from gunships, and because you can fire a lot of things from gunships. You can fire anti-air weapons from gunships, like
Mhm.
they shoot giant fucking bullets at planes.
Shit.
Like I don't even know how big the bullets are, but they're really big.
So to simplify it all, y'all think the country is safe?
Oh yeah,
We're safe.
I think we're more dangerous to ourselves than other countries are.
yeah.
100%.
I think with the Navy alone, we would be okay.
Heard that. So as an American, that makes me feel great
Mhm.
because obviously our military is doing what they need to be doing, and just from the psychological breakdown of what y'all have to go through in basic, like why would y'all have to go through all of that and then still potentially lose a war, potentially not have your home safe. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like the country's doing its job and the veterans are doing its job. But yes, that also makes a lot of sense that we would do a lot more damage to ourselves than anybody else. So I don't want to talk too much about politics because obviously that's not going to
Yeah.
be the most topic,
Facts.
the highest topic of discussion. But I did want to know what y'all felt about the country that we're currently living in because I mean, it's yes, it's one thing to feel safe, but it's another thing to understand that there is a threat that could happen, and it may fall through, it may actually happen one day or whatever. But if there was a threat to this country, like, is there anything that y'all could say that could come through? Anything like is there's but I'm just kind of asking.
I mean,
like,
I'm
is there
sure there's always
anything that
like
y'all are scared of.
Russian spies here, like terrorists
sure.
are always here. I mean, they can easily get in through Mexico. They just let a bunch of people in through Mexico
Heard
a
that.
couple months ago. So like, there's always a possibility of something happening, but I feel like we would be okay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't last very long.
It's not going to be the same as if a country were to invade, like the UK or something like that. It's not going to be the same level of threat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so shifting from politics, y'all broke down the day-to-day life of being in basic, what it's like, your good times, your bad times. Now, after getting out of the military, I want to talk to y'all about y'all's current careers, y'all's plans. Where do y'all want to go? Talk to me about maybe y'all's 1-5. Well, let's talk about currently. What are y'all doing with y'all's lives right now? Talk about it as veterans of the United States. What are y'all doing?
I'm working in technically the oil field right now
Mhm.
at Flow Control Services in Louisiana.
Heard that.
I like what I do, so I hope I stay here for a while.
Good.
Aren't you a truck driver?
Yeah, actually, I am. I truck driver in the Army now. I'm a truck driver in the civilian world. So
Hell
Heard
yeah.
that. Transfers over.
Yep.
All right.
The only thing the infantry transfers over to is being homeless.
Mm,
That's basically the only thing they taught me how to do.
heard that.
And kill people
Right.
with a gun.
Nice.
but
Yeah.
you're homeless, so you're.
Yeah, but I'm homeless, so I don't have a gun.
So
So don't worry, I can't kill anyone.
So how so how to survive while being homeless? That's what the infantry taught you. Heard that?
I am currently working at a woodworking shop.
Mm-hmm.
We do construction as well. But I'm also about to start school, computer science degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting summer semester in about a week and a half, so I'm pretty excited and nervous about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think the good thing about being in computer science though is that like the amount of knowledge you're gonna get is gonna be so applicable to the day-to-day world that we're in, because it's like we are completely
Everything's technology.
everything is technology
And
based.
technology is always fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to be the god of technology one day.
The god of technology.
Just you wait. I'll be the next Billy Gates.
Billy Gates, Billiam Gates.
Billiam Gates.
Yeah, no, I think y'all are some I think y'all are great representations of what it's like to be in the Army, get out of the Army, become veterans, and not mess up your lives fully in the process. You know, I think
I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah,
No,
I mean,
I'm kidding.
but y'all are young. Y'all still got years to go. So that's y'all's current. So other than obviously y'all want to continue working for the place that y'all are working for, maybe even move to another job in the future, whatever the hell, it doesn't matter. But what's y'all's 1 to 5 year goals right now? What are y'all seeing with yourselves? What do y'all want to do?
A year from now,
Mm-hmm.
damn, that's a good question.
It's a good question, and you should
Yeah.
write it down and figure it out.
I will.
What's your 1 year goal right now? What's your plan?
I have no idea, man. Honestly, I'm
Kind of just
just gonna work till opportunities open up. If they don't, they don't. If they do, then I'll I'll jump on them. So
Heard that?
Definitely 5-year plan. I'll be out of college, so definitely looking for a job in computer science or even starting my own business because I feel like that's a better option than working for somebody else.
Yeah.
Is actually owning my own company.
Yeah, freelancing is the perfect way to get into that world
Mhm.
as soon as you get that degree because
And I have 4 years to figure it out because a computer science degree is a computer science degree,
100%.
and you can get a lot of different jobs with that.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can also get a lot of experience from being in college and picking up like little side jobs or whatever
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you might be in a class where you're learning nothing but IT and then you got somebody that needs some IT work or whatever and you charge them half the price that you would normally charge if you were to have the degree already and you can make some money.
And I'm down to learn. Like right now, I'll help somebody fix their computer, and I'll just learn because I'm going to learn it in the future anyway.
Heard that.
So it's not. It's basically like, it's not like I'm going to dump this knowledge because I
Right.
will use it again.
Right, absolutely. Like I said, computer science is it has. I think I was telling you that the other day in the living room. I was like, that has to be the smartest degree to throw yourself into in the world of technology that we are in today. Because I mean, dude, if you
We're all
know
about to be living in the metaverse.
if you know how to program, you know if you understand the concepts of just everything computers, I feel like you're with the way that the world's going. I feel like that degree is going to be extremely useful. Is what I'm trying to
Mhm.
say.
100%.
Who knows? Maybe I'll invent something one day.
You're 100% right.
Highly doubt it.
Don't you ever?
Disrespect me. So okay, so 1 to 5 year goals. Do y'all have could y'all see yourselves wanting maybe a family one? Like I say a family, like a traditional family. What's y'all's goals? I need to know like 5 years. Like so you're gonna be out of college. 5 years from now you're gonna be
I'm ready to have a kid now, man.
heard that
I don't have a girl right now, but
right. I'm ready for it. Heard
yeah,
that.
I want to have my kids right now. So whenever I'm 45 ish and they're moving out the house,
Right.
I can start traveling.
That makes sense.
I'll have more adult money
Right.
than I do now. So
I already have a kid,
I don't know.
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Heard that.
Yeah,
So.
I probably don't want any more kids.
so
My son is like the only love I need.
Understood.
Yeah.
So we're gonna provide love for him. Heard that, and get love from him. That's
Mm-hmm.
most important. So family life. That's that. And I don't really want to close yet. I do want to talk to y'all again about really what's y'all's plans right now because it definitely seems like y'all have gotten out, y'all have served, y'all have done what's necessary, y'all have gotten into your day-to-day living, your normal life, your jobs, and but it seems like y'all are just framed in the day-to-day life right now. It took me a while after I had gotten out of college. I had worked for a long period of time before I ever tried to actually design a plan for myself. Do y'all think y'all are gonna put yourselves on pen and paper soon, like writing down like what y'all want to do? Do y'all want to create a plan for yourselves? Like what's y'all's thoughts on that stuff?
Well, I know definitely I need to since I'm starting college. I need to create that plan because I need to start getting my life a little bit more scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like it's a little chaotic right now.
Right, and it's
Right.
important to have a schedule.
Yeah, it's kind of just work and chill
Mm-hmm.
and not nothing's really organized. So
Right.
I do need like a little change in my life,
A little structure.
and especially some structure will help with school.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
I'll be on track for studying and stuff like that.
100%.
Boy, will I be studying.
So with the coming out of the army, there are obviously some benefits other than just your 20% discount at Cavender's or something, but there are other things like
Going to school for free.
going to school for free, getting money to go to school. What's some other benefits from being out of the army that y'all can read?
Getting 0% down on a VA home loan
yes,
Mm.
that's what happened with me.
Heard that.
Also,
and 3% interest, like
Oh.
3% APR
w-
on
w-
the home.
and whenever you're transitioning out the army, they have a program called SFL TAP, Soldiers for Life Transition Assistance Program, or something
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly like
they literally work with you, and if you want, they put you in these technical schools and these trade schools, and they find you a fucking job for free.
Heard that.
And like you'll have a guaranteed job. It might not be in your home state or where you want to go, but they'll find you a good paying job.
Heard that.
I actually went to one of these trade schools But after working with them for like 2 years, 2.5 years, I ended up getting laid off just because of COVID. There was no work and stuff like that. Like
Right.
nothing bad on that company. I just got laid off from them, so I wasn't a part of that like program
Right.
anymore.
And if you're in the Army, you have to do this program.
Yep.
They force you to do SFL TAP. So
Yeah.
if you ever join the Army, you can be situated afterwards if you want to.
Heard that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all. So in the sense of respect for the people that are serving for this country, when y'all see people that much older, I'm talking about that much older generation wearing those veterans hats, talking to the people at home, what would y'all say is the best way to go up to somebody that has that veterans hat on, that maybe might have that veteran shirt? Like what would be the best way to address them to give them some form of respect? Because do y'all think that that's necessary?
Yeah.
I mean,
Talk to
be
me.
a good judge of character before you just walk up to somebody. Because if somebody's grumpy and just in a bad mood, I wouldn't recommend going up to them and just thanking them for their service. But if they do look like a nice person, or you're really good at being nice, just walk up to them and be like, "Hey, sir, ma'am, I really just wanted to come over here and thank you for your service."
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Leave it at that.
Leave
Right.
it at
Don't
that.
don't try and fucking find out when they served, what they did.
Yeah,
Right.
don't talk to them because they're people like you. They have places to be,
Yeah.
people to see,
Right. So
jobs to work.
so just thanking them would be more than enough. y'all
Yeah,
think?
that
Yeah.
that would change somebody's day.
Maybe buying them like a coffee or something, or
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I thank veterans all the time.
right.
Yeah, I do
I'm
too.
like blessed that I never got deployed. I didn't want to get deployed.
Right.
I'm happy with that.
yeah,
Absolutely, I'm sure.
But when I see people with the Vietnam and the Korean War and all this, I'm thanking them because they obviously went through a lot more shit than I did. So.
yeah, immense
especially
amounts of
Vietnam
respect.
War. It was
And that's saying a lot because I mean, obviously, y'all went through some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not like y'all were just dilly dallying.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
3.5 of those years. So, heard that, and heard that. So it is important to probably go up to a veteran and let them know, like, thank you. But other
yeah,
than
dude. That could
other than-
that would change a veteran's day.
I'm
That
sure.
really would, especially if no one ever because you don't know, they could not have a family like right now.
Right.
Like you just never know.
So yeah, definitely go thank the next veteran that you see. If you're watching this, make sure that you go tell somebody thank you for serving and keep it like that. Just don't
Remember
talk
the fallen.
anymore other than that. Just thank you and dip.
I take my thanks in the form of head.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Look straight at the camera. But yeah, so the transition out, pretty simple for y'all. They have programs for it during. Obviously, it was. I'm sure it was decently stressful, but not as stressful as somebody that might have like had to go to war or something like that.
Yeah.
And do y'all think that that the military overall is just in a good state? It's in a very continuous state. Nothing's gonna change. Do y'all think there's gonna be some big changes coming? Like, what is there any thoughts on that?
I don't really follow the military anymore just
that.
because I am out. I
Right.
mean, I'll talk to my buddies every now and then, but I'm not like in on the scoop.
Yeah.
I
So-
can be for our next podcast.
Heard
I'll
that.
let you know more.
Yeah. Get y'all to do some
Some
groundwork,
research.
Yeah. But shit. Well, I mean, we might call it here, guys. I don't know. What are y'all thinking right now? How do y'all like so far in this podcast? It's been about an hour and 17 minutes, 18 minutes
been
that we're
fun.
going in.
I have one more thing
Yeah.
to put out because a lot of
Okay.
people don't know this before
Talk about
joining.
Yeah.
Suicide is a very big issue in the military.
Ooh.
Still to this day.
Let's actually talk about that for the next 2 to 5 minutes or so ish. All right. So I feel like civilians talk about depression, anxiety on a very very casual basis. I feel like it's been such a talk about topic ever since COVID really became a thing. But let's talk about like some deep rooted depression based on your day to day living. Suicide. I'm sure that's isn't suicide like something that's like they hand out pamphlets talking about it because it's so serious out in
Suicide
the
prevention.
military.
They talk about it all the fucking time. Literally almost every single day. We have classes about it, suicide prevention.
Shit.
Sharp.
Yeah, sharp. Don't
Like,
even,
but-
don't even,
Yeah, yeah.
But we have a chaplain, military priest, and he usually gives us like a speech once a week or something, like Friday closeout,
Okay.
and there's always somebody dying from suicide. And the
Really?
brigade, post, our company, and we always talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in the field in 2019 for 214 days that year, and we lost 3 people to suicide that year. The first time it happened, our sergeant major had came out because he went deal with what happened. He came back out to us in the field and he said, "Hey, so and so, I'm not gonna say his name. He
Yeah,
said, "Hey,
of course.
so and so fucking killed himself last night. Quickest way to get over it is to do our job, get back to work."
Right.
And that's what we did. So we crying for the next 2 weeks, struggling out in the field.
Right.
And
But
now suicide's on everybody's mind.
right.
And you're stuck in the field on no sleep. It's suicide's everywhere.
Yeah.
And people don't realize it.
Yeah.
Shit's tough.
Yeah. I'm sure it's extremely tough. I think, and the reason why I'm saying it in comparison to civilians is because sometimes we don't realize how privileged that we really have it, and like I said, living in the country that we are in, because we obviously are so safe. We do cause problems for ourselves from political standpoint, all that stuff. But we talk about depression like every single person and their mama has it. Like obviously there are moments where you are depressed, but to say that you have depression is a great leap to say in comparison to people that are literally having to go through their buddy that they were with for weeks and weeks and weeks dying, literally, probably within feet distance of you. They did this, and now you're having to ruck or whatever for the next 2 weeks or walk for the next 2 weeks. And that's on your mind. That's on everybody's mind because that just happened. Like that's a different form of a little bit of psychological mess up,
Yeah. That's crazy.
and that's common
Yeah.
for y'all in that world.
I mean, just that year alone, I went to 4 funerals, and none of them were combat related.
So it's not just people going out to war. It's like a real mental health issue. There's a real problem.
But I think the craziest part about it is that the job of the military is to become militant. Only really in the sense of like a military standpoint, like only the strong survive. So it's like and that does not just include physical muscle. Like I'm sure that y'all have seen some pretty big people still kill themselves, even though they probably seem like the strongest person that was out there. And it's a hard topic of discussion, but I want to talk about it because it's real. It's not that I didn't have to go through so much of like my buddy passing away. That's not a commonality in the civilian world. So I do appreciate y'all talking about that a little bit, even though y'all didn't talk too much about it. So depression, yes, it's real in the military. Did y'all have like maybe I say a counselor, but did y'all have like somebody like that maybe y'all could go talk to if y'all were having like some real thoughts on that stuff?
There was always a designated NCO.
Okay.
That would be in charge of like just basically any NCO really.
And if you don't want to talk to somebody that
Chaplain.
you can go to the chaplain who's a priest, or you can go to a behavioral health clinic,
Yeah.
and they give you a random provider, and they kind of talk to you throughout the length of your problems.
But at the same time, like, it's kind of hard to go to behavioral health because when you do start to go, then all of your friends are just like, "Oh, pussy."
Yeah, like it was easy for me to go because I didn't care what people think.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's like once a week, and it's usually during work hours, and people are all like, "Oh, he's just doing it to get out of work," and
Right.
they kind of fuck with you. But
Yeah.
if you need help, you need help. So
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was literally about to say. I mean, it's not really supposed to matter so much of what your buddies are telling you in the
Yeah.
moment. It's really just, dude, if I don't do this, then I mean, y'all aren't going to see me ever again. And even if I'm sure if you were to even say something that deep, I'm sure that they would even mess with you even more. You know what I'm saying? So it's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's just something that you could say like there's a quick fix, or you can just talk to this person and it's done. It's really, you got to serve your time, get out and get back to the normal day-to-day living, because I'm
Yeah.
sure not seeing your family, not seeing your like I said, your high school friends for a while is probably pretty difficult. But of course you adapt, you find friends out there and stuff.
You have to embrace the suck.
Yeah, embrace the suffering.
I still talk to a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked
Like
to
your
a good bit
army,
of mine.
the
Yeah.
people that y'all met out there and stuff.
Still play video games with them and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important. Stay connected to those people that you suffered with, you know?
Mm-hmm. More of the people that like when I was first in,
Mm-hmm.
like my first like year and a half, I'm really good friends with those people that got out like a year before me, year and a half before me. But I was really close with them. And like the later years guys, I was more of like a
Yeah.
leader, and I was just like fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it was for me too.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been doing this shit for 3 years. Fuck you
Yeah.
guys. Brand fucking new bald head ass.
Yeah.
Ball head ass. Heard that. Well, all right, guys. This was an amazing podcast. I got a lot of information. I feel like I went through like 2 weeks of basic
Yeah.
through this talk. You know.
I can make you do some push-ups.
I can make you do some push-ups.
I can
Really,
fucking
fella.
play canteen fuck with you.
Yeah.
I can fuck some canteens.
Yeah, let me go find a quart of water real quick. But yeah, guys. So y'all are back. Y'all are in y'all's civilian world. Y'all are gonna continue. I mean, are y'all
Gotta be in my prime.
are y'all even considered civilians right now? Or y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I heard that. So so yeah. So the state of the nation. We should be safe. We should be fine. Coming from your veterans here in Lafayette, Louisiana, but most importantly,
Hold me to that though.
I
Shit
do-
goes sideways.
But most importantly, I do want to say genuinely thank you both for serving. Obviously, I'm not going to harp too much on it, but it's important. You know, it's important to talk about these about the things that y'all go through, other than just I served. You know, and that's about it. But no, I really do. I really do appreciate y'all for making the sacrifice, because if not, then we wouldn't be as privileged as we are as a country.
Appreciate
You
you
know.
for caring.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Not
thanks,
a
man.
problem. So is that what y'all usually say to everybody? I appreciate you for caring.
Thanks for your patriotism. That's
Yeah.
what we talked about a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Is that like the most common one that y'all hear?
It's
Or
just,
it's just-
it's different every time because you don't expect it, so
Yeah.
you don't know what the fuck to say when they say it. I'm just like, oh, thank you. But
No, thank you for thanking me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna tell 'em
I
you're
always
welcome.
say thank you
Yeah.
because saying you're welcome, I feel like
yeah, I didn't do
I
shit.
sound like
Right,
an
right.
entitled fucking prick.
Yeah. If you say you're welcome, I could see that. I could see how you see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
Thank you for your service, duh.
Yeah. Duh.
Just recognize.
Real recognize
Duh.
real. Heard that. But all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna end this before the cameras end up shutting off. Guys, y'all were amazing. Y'all did great for this podcast. Obviously, gotta have y'all on again. I do want to actually end up having you on with Chase, talking about just straight up twin stuff. So that'll be maybe another week or something like that. I'll
Okay.
talk to y'all more about that in the future. And I gotta have you back on with Lance, just so we can revisit that actual. Lance was pissed, bro.
Yeah,
I know.
I can't even understand how that would go.
You talking about the him and Lance?
Yeah.
Dude, it was a good podcast.
Yeah, it was.
We just couldn't. The process of it got messed up, but
Yeah, I don't think I can do that a second time with Lance. I feel like there's nothing left to talk about with Lance. We already talked about Lance. There's nothing else to talk
dude, Lance could actually talk for a while, bro. But he'll go on some tangents that are pretty
Yeah,
hilarious.
he goes on too long.
about.
But I heard that. All right. Well, this was the Block Party Podcast. I thank y'all so much for watching. I thank you so much for viewing. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.